So President Biden has made a massive mistake that he just can't fix. And what is shocking about this is he is attempting to fix this as we speak, even though experts say there is no way this gets fixed before the next election. I want to explain what's going on here, why this is turning into a massive problem, and what this means for you and I. Because again, with President Biden's back is against the wall, it means he's going to push and fight and claw his way back, or at least attempt to. But this could mean more trouble than anything else. So I'll break down what's going on in just a moment. All I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So if you remember back to about 3 or 4 years ago, President Biden promised a few things. He promised student loan forgiveness of up to $10,000. He also promised every single Social Security recipient would receive a $200 per month boost to their check. Well, we need to discuss that because there's also something else he promised. He promised that we would do something and we would move forward with climate change. And climate change under the Biden administration would be better. We would not be polluting as much, right? The entire world would just be better. Well, here's the issue. All three of those things were lies. Here's what's happening right now. I want to show you this. Young voters are trying to explain why they are not going to be voting for President Biden. And they may never come back. And it's because of what President Biden promised. Let me read you this list. It says young voters are bailing on President Biden for these reasons. Too much inflation. Over the past 3 years, we've seen inflation go up to 9.1%. It's come back down, right? It's getting a little bit better. But it's still higher than what it was previously. That's a concern, is that even though President Biden says, I brought down inflation, we've seen disinflation, but he's also part of the reason which caused it. Again, part of the reason. So young voters are saying that, well, we can't afford food. We can't afford cars. We can't afford buying a home because of you. So why would we vote you in office again? And let me know if any of these things ring true to you. Let me know down in the comment section below. They also say affordable housing is not available. This was one of the big things that the Biden administration was talking about, is we want affordable housing, especially when he's coming in after the whole pandemic, or well, during the pandemic. But again, we've already seen house prices go up substantially, and he comes in and home prices are still going up. That's the concern today, is prices for a house are still going up, even though in order to get into a 30-year fixed rate loan, you're going to pay about 7%. Yeah, it's a massive payment. We also hear young voters say there's no student loan forgiveness. You promised us this, and yet you failed. Why would we vote for you? They also say the handling of the Hamas-Israel war has been just devastating, and border security. Talking about inflation and affordable housing, now they're saying migrants are taking their jobs. Why would we want to vote for somebody that is allowing people to come into the United States, take our jobs away from us, or now they're competing for our job, which means we are likely to get paid less, and now you want us to vote for you? They say that's not going to happen. But that's just one group. And this is the big mistake. President Biden put all his eggs in the youth basket. You know why? Because he screwed up royally when it comes to the older generation. Okay? Because what we know is that baby boomers are now retiring at a rate of about 10,000 per day. 10,000 per day. Look at this. President Biden has been urged to go big on Social Security as a way to beat Trump. Said progressive groups have been pitching the White House on the idea. Whether the re-election campaign uses it is another matter. Here's the thing. The Biden administration originally went big on Social Security. We are going to cut costs. We're going to ensure that your prescriptions are not costing you too much money. Right? We're going to cut. They've done a little bit of that. They've also said that they were going to increase your benefits by $200 per month or $2,400 per year. Well, guess what? Never happened. And so now the older generation is saying that he did nothing for Social Security like he promised, so why vote for him? He's also hurt fixed income households the most because of inflation, so why vote for him? And when it comes to border security, they say migrants are taking benefits from the needy, from veterans, from fixed income households. Why would we vote for him? So here's the situation that President Biden is in. Today, we're in the middle of February today. So we're in the middle of February and we got until the beginning of November to fix this. Guess what? According to experts, this is a mistake President Biden cannot fix. He cannot do anything to fix this. Here's the reason why. They say Republican lawmakers are not going to help President Biden in any way. Former President Donald Trump, who is likely going to be running against President Biden, he's already said, just let them fail. Let the border situation, right, pretty much unravel. We will fix it, but pretty much just let it go. Because what's going to happen is the American people are going to see, well, you put this guy in charge and he cannot run a thing. But things will change, according to former President Donald Trump. Well, that we're going to see. But Republicans say they will make it harder for President Biden to get anything done. Likely, President Biden is going to lose this upcoming election because Republicans are going to stand back and let Democrats go and vote for all these bills, do all this work, and yet they're not going to pass a thing. And I know some people are going to say, well, is that smarter Republicans to go and do this? Well, here's the thing. Both parties, both Republicans and Democrats, are not really looking at the country as a priority and looking at the American people. They're looking at the upcoming election and the next 4 years. How could they fix the crises that we are in today over the next 4 years? That's the plans that they're putting into place. Now, what does that mean for you and I moving forward? Well, here's what we know. The Biden administration does have their back against the wall. Republicans do have the upper hand, even though Democrats have the majority in the Senate and obviously they have the president. But two cannot pass a bill. You need all three. You need the president, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. Well, because Republicans control the majority in the House of Representatives, even though it's by a very slim margin, they still hold the majority. And if the Speaker of the House does not want to put a bill on the floor, he does not have to. So with that said, here's the problem. The Biden administration is likely to get nothing done over the next year, which means the American people are going to continue to feel the pain. The American people will see no governing being done, and the American people are going to struggle. At least that is what experts are telling us. So all I can tell you right now is what's shocking about this is that the Biden administration is going to continue to try and pass different bills, which these bills are going to be Democratic bills because they can't be a bipartisan bill, because if they are, they will lose more Democrats and they will go and vote for a Republican. So we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you is I'll be here every step of the way. I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.